All right, so I disassembled the tremolo and addressed two problems that look like manufacturing issues. One was actually a fairly simple fix. So there, you've got the base plate here, and then you have the actual tremolo that sits in the base plate, and it pivots like this. And you'll see now that it's not grinding up against the body. It's actually floating where it's supposed to be. And that's because you have to take these two set screws and you basically just loosen them, make sure that the knife edge is where it's supposed to be, and then tighten them back up. So once you do that, the tremolo will actually sit better in the body, and you just need to make sure that it's down and that it's seated in the right spot. So once you do that, you can actually see that it's not grinding up against the body anywhere, and there's no problem. The second issue was actually the hook that locks the tremolo. If you flip it into the up position, it has a little claw on it that's supposed to catch this tab that's on the bottom of, right there, on the bottom of the main tremolo section. What happened to me was two things. One, the little bite of this wasn't big enough, so it wasn't wrapping itself around the tab that was coming out the tremolo. The other issue is that the top was too thick, so it was only getting to about here, starting to just barely grab it, and then I wasn't getting any lock on the tremolo. So doing it this way, now it locks completely into position. So when I have that out of the way, you can see I actually had to, let's flip it up just a little bit. It was black before, but you'll see that I actually had to file a pretty significant amount off of the head of it in order to get it to fit. But let's just test it one more time. We're going to put this tremolo back in. That's where it's supposed to be. And if we flip up the lock, it locks right into place. So now it's completely locked. No problem there. It's good and firm. Now side to side it's moving around a little bit because it's not locked down with the spring, but at least we know that that tab is catching at this point. So that fixes the issue there. We'll put strings on it, but before we do, we're going to lubricate the machine heads that are attached to the tremolo and make sure that those are good to go as well. So getting closer.